Hi, it's your PsychoBuddy. Having dissociative identity disorder is weird. Um, the weirdest part about it is never knowing if I'm real or if I'm actually me. And both those phrases are enormously difficult to define, of course, but I have a lot of parts. We all have a lot of parts, according to internal family systems therapy. Um, by Richard Schwartz. That's the type of therapy that is used, kind of gold standard with dissociative identity disorder right now and for the last 40 years. And basically, in it, in that way of thinking, you have a self, capital S self, and then your personality sprouts these little like garlic cloves of parts to deal with really difficult situations. In dissociative identity disorder, those parts become very distinct from each other to the degree that some people in classical dissociative identity disorder, they have what are called fugue states, where you switch from one personality to another personality without a continuous narrative thread of consciousness. For me, I am very fortunate in that I usually almost always have a continuous narrative thread of consciousness, by which I mean I witness the other parts come talk or control my body. I witness it, and I kind of have veto power if I try really hard. Um, and that part that witnesses is the part that's talking to you now, um, and has a continuous sense of identity. I can switch intentionally. When I was preparing for this video, I did, um, but I can only do it if a part wants to come out. Um, and this would be an amazingly vulnerable act to switch on YouTube, so I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Um, there are there are a lot of different parts. There's about 5 that I know. Um, the spreadsheet brain analytical scientist part is the intellectual A named Xander, um, and because that's the part that I'm really strong in. And then poet, like teenage poet vixen part is little Fin, and then Finn, and then the um, little one. I have a little one who talks in a funny voice, and she's just called the little one. So, and then there's a couple more whose names I know. Um, when I switch, my body feels different. My vocabulary completely changes. Um, I've been told that the muscular activation in my face, my expressions, the little muscles change. My hand body movements change, and the way that I feel in my mind completely changes. It's weird. It's weird as fuck, but it's also the only thing I know, and I blend with different parts without being conscious of it very fluidly. This has all fairly recently come to my, like, really, really come to my knowledge that doing parts work therapy is really appropriate for me, because I always thought that having multiple personality was like as fucking insane as you can get. And so I didn't really want to validate it. I didn't know what it could mean to be healed. And I think it'll be awesome to get there. And healing, by the way, one last thing, is not all the different parts getting sucked into the self. It's not integration in that way. For some people, it's like flowers in a garden. It's things that are distinct and independent and beautiful and healthy on their own. And then for other people, it's having the whole system work together. So that sort of integration, while everything keeps its ability to contribute beautiful things to the whole.